Hey, how y'all doing? A little late here, 8:01. Because, guess what? Post-debate time. You know, I don't know how many people watched it, but I figured, probably a good thing to let everybody watch it and see what's up. But good evening, Monday night. And I think all the dogmocrats and the dog publicans were watching with their human owners, probably tucked on the couch. I know Buster was with me, although he was laying on the floor watching me to drop a scrap of food I was eating. That's what he does. I mean, if there was a kernel of corn drop, he would grab it. Even if it was on his head, he'd shake it off. So we'd just like to say good evening Monday here. We're jamming into the groove. We're gonna keep you too late tonight. We have a breed tonight, and he is Sammy the Samoyed. That's right, Sammy the Samoyed. Now, he's a little bit of akin to the Siberian group, almost like the Huskies a little bit, And he got his name from, there were fishermen. Do you watch the debates tonight? Kathy asked. Yeah, I did. Not all of it. It was fun. Somebody, I'm a guitar player, if you don't know. But anyway, I got a Facebook comment. This friend of mine, he goes, I started watching the debate. No, I didn't get out of bed. I just got about watching the debate. That'll put you out. Put me out. I fell asleep watching it. But anyway, he goes, it was so boring. Hello, how are you, Deborah Trainer? I'm good. I watched the debate, and he texted me, and he goes, I got so bored watching that, start playing my guitar. And I said, well, I've been playing it 5 seconds after it started. But anyway, we don't want to get into politics tonight. Hey, Ariana, there's good to see you. Even though it's late, on the West Coast at least, it's 8 o'clock. It's not too late. So here we are. We're talking about the Sammy the Samoyed tonight, and we have pictures of these guys. And what's interesting about them is that they're all kind of the same color, white, like the white Huskies. That's part of the WooF pack. The WooF drivers' dogs. And we have a quick little ditty about Sammy the Samoyed. And while we're talking about the Samoyed, we're going to put on some meditation, easy listening tracks here. WooF Dreams, we call them. Hello, Sahil. And it's 9 o'clock in Colorado, right? Hour ahead, mountain time. Not too late. But these are, let's start looking at these. What these beautiful Samoyeds look like. Sammy the Samoyed, we call him. That's his nickname, and it's the ditties about him. And it's kind of hard to tell him from a husky a little bit. But there were these fishermen up in Siberia that were called Samoyeds. That was the name of the ethnic group. And these dogs were from there. Used to hang out with the fishermen. They're very beautiful, very smart, and they're very gentle and loving.
WooF Dreams.
Beautiful. Sammy the Samoyed. Oh, how cute. I want that one there. I will take that one there. So a little bit about the facts and figures about them. The origin, of course, like I said, they had they were an ancient working breed. They lived in Siberia with hunters and fishermen known as Samoyeds. That's what they were known as. And hence they were the breed. That's how I got their name. The Samoyed people used the dogs to pull their sleds, like mushing, like the WooF driver does with the WooF pack, and guard their property and for herding reindeer. The gene pool is closely related to the primitive dog with no wolf or fox mixed in, although you might think so. Beautiful dog. That's right, Deborah. Looks so beautiful. They slept with people to keep them warm. Well, I guess so, with those big old furry. Mary Petty. Keep you warm right there, Sammy. That fluffy coat. Beautiful. Look at that. They keep you warm. Snuggled up to Sammy there. Very beautiful. Yes. The dog supplement. So Robert Scott was an explorer back in, he brought the dogs to England in the late 1800s, 1889 to be exact. And it was in England that the breed was further developed, and from there it spread throughout the rest of the world. It was recognized by the American Kennel Club in 1906. The males are usually somewhere between 21 and 24 inches. Females, as far as height, 19 to 21 inches on the females, and the weight 45 to 65 pounds, and males, and respectively for females 35 to 50 pounds. Good evening, Margie. Absolutely beautiful. I used to have one. Okay. Sammy the Samoyed is our boy tonight. That's his the ditties about Sammy. They're particularly, unfortunately, prone to hip dysplasia, and some suffer from diabetes. Also prone to skin allergies. So, primarily though in the male dogs. They'll do okay in an apartment if you live in an apartment, but if they're sufficiently exercised, as most big dogs. Very active indoors, though, and a small yard would be sufficient. A heavy coat makes this dog unsuited for life in very hot climates. So I wouldn't have him in Palm Desert, you know. Wouldn't have one over there. He needs a reasonable amount of exercise, including that daily walk. And take it easy during the warm weather, because the woolly undercoat inhibits loss of heat buildup, so they can really get overheated. So you really be careful. Like today it was 100 degrees here, 99. So I took Buster out like really early, and I got his paw magic I put on his paws. The mushers, they've got mushers stuff. It's called mushers. It's like a foot wax for their pads. And I didn't even notice it until now that they are kind of dry, regardless, even if the pavement is rough and hot. You know, that's worse. But even just rough and cold is bad enough to wear their little pads. You know, I mean, like if you were walking barefoot on asphalt all the time, regardless if it wasn't hot, pretty soon you're going to get, you know, it's not going to wear on your skin. So thinking neurologically, I went over to the pet store and grabbed some. They were out of the mushers. They got some on order. I'm going to get that because it has a little bit more wax in it. It's called Paw Magic. It's like a deodorant thing, you know, squeeze up. So, and it's like a, you know, nice lube. You put him on his little nose, keep his nose not from getting dry. He really liked that. I put it on those little spots on their elbows, you know, they get dry. That happens. And he liked that, and I rubbed it on his pads, on his paws, and it shined them all up, made him nice and smooth and moist. So, Paw Magic. I'll start using it. Pretty much put it on every day and keep them nice and moist and lubricated so they don't get dried out, cracked. Just more stuff you can help your little puppy with, your pooch, you know, stuff that most people don't do. Don't think about it too much. Think it's a normal thing, natural thing, which it probably is. I mean, you use skin lotion, you know, hand cream and stuff. So we need to do that for our puppies and our pooches. So, life expectancy on the Samoyed is somewhere between 12 and 15 years, and the litter size somewhere between 4 to 6 puppies. It's not a huge litter. They're big guys too. And they're compact. They're compact, muscular. Wedge-shaped head, broad, slightly crowned.
WooF dreams.
Muzzles are in proportion to the size of the dog, tapering to the nose. Nose color can be black, brown, or liver color. Lips black, and they meet the scissors bite the teeth. Their eyes are dark, almond shaped, are deep set, somewhat wide apart, with a slanting lower lid and dark ribs. Their erect, triangular ears are slightly rounded at the tips. The tail is moderately long, well covered with hair, carried rolled over the back, just like you see here. Beautiful. Those ears are so cute, and the tail is so cute. I mean, the more I get to know Buster as my buddy. Good evening.
WooF
Hi, Margie. Yes. I just get more in touch with how, they're dogs, but they're still human-like, and the way they connect with you. It's probably just us being the human, but it's just a lovely thing. And how last night, just example, Buster got up in the middle of the night, and usually I have open feeding for him, which means I don't overfeed him at one time. And then he gets hungry, he wants a snack, and his bowl was empty. He came in, and he kind of nudged me I was asleep, and he nudged me, and he just looked at me. So one of two things: either his water bowl is empty, which is usually never the case, or his food bowl's empty. Well, this time his water bowl was dry, and I didn't pay attention. Unfortunately, I went to bed, and he was thirsty. Got up to tell me, hey. Because all I got to do is stare at me, and I know he either wants to go out or something's missing in his bowl. I mean, there's nothing else going on, and it's just the way he communicates. It's very cool. It's like a person. Hey, little baby wakes up. Hey, Mama, I'm hungry. What's something to eat? So it's all good. The legs on the Samoyed are muscular and very solid, and the feet are flat and covered with hair. The thick double coat is profuse, and the undercoat is soft, short, and thick, with long hairs growing out of the outer coat. The outer coat can be harsh and stands out straight, not wavy. The male coats are more profuse than the females are, and there's a little bit of rough around the neck. Michelle, hi, made it to this live show. Hope you're well tonight. We're doing good. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you. Yeah, we're a little late tonight because of the debate. We didn't want to intrude on anybody's political watching those people there talk about it all. So again, the gentle dog, but they need to be trained, with the obedience where you're the pack leader as usual. This is nothing new, and they need to be stable-minded dog.
WooF dreams.
So you need a lot of mental stimulus as well as physical. So we're going to cut back here. We're going to play a little ditty on Sammy real quick here. Take a break on the on this little guitar stuff here. And this is Sammy the Samoyed, okay? Get him going here for you. He doesn't want to go. Huh. It's coming.
Oh, it's Sammy. Sammy the Samoyed is a gentle dog, very devoted, easygoing, friendly, quite playful, and loves everyone. That's Sammy the Samoyed, the gentle dog who loves everyone. Now Sammy is too friendly to be much of a use of a watchdog, although his bark will alert you presence of strangers, just like an army ranger. That's Sammy, oh Sammy.
Oh.
Lacking in leadership or exercise, he can become very destructive if left alone, so don't you do that. No, for many hours at a stretch, so best take him out to run and teach him to fetch. That's Sammy, Sammy the Samoyed. He will not annoy you. Give him lots and lots of hugs, cause he's a very gentle dog. That's Sammy from Siberia. He got his name from those fishermen known as the Samoyeds. They were fishing and he hung out, very loyal. Was Sammy, just like the Siberian Husky and the wolf pack. Sammy the Samoyed. He's a very gentle dog who loves everyone. Just love your Sammy. Just love your Sammy.
Yeah, just love little Sammy. That puppy was so cute. And you could see how, though, if you don't pay attention to him, he could get into things, and be destructive. But I think, separation anxiety with most dogs is like that. I mean, Buster, he doesn't like us leaving him. When we go, he'd rather go with us. Every time. He could go every time. It'd be very good in the car. Pretty good. Only habit I haven't been able to break with him in the car is the minute he sees a dog walk on the sidewalk. I don't care how far away it is. He'd be going 50 miles an hour down the boulevard. He sees a dog, he freaks out and jumps up on the side of the car and barks at him hard, like he's going to do something about it. We're moving 60 miles an hour in a car, and scratches the car or whatever. It gets old. So we watch that. But when he's home, he'll take the, if you leave paper in your office wastebasket, it's strewn everywhere in the room to let you know, you left me here by myself. I could have gone with you. You've done it before. So, you start to read their minds and understand what they're all about and how they have their little habits of telling you stuff because they can't quite talk. But that's how they talk. That's their code. That's their code. I love their code. I love the dog code where you can just read their mind, know what they're thinking, and you're on the same page most of the time. So that's the story of Sammy the Samoyed and our breed of the night. A little woof ditty there about him. We're going to move on here. We talked about a couple of things about the cats. We're integrating cats into this thing, cats and dogs. And we're going to be just having at random figuring out how to bring a cat subject matter or breed into the show in every night and so forth, and I'm working on formulating that kind of script, that kind of protocol, so we have some kind of format for that. Tonight's not the night for cats, it's dog night. And we've been talking about the dog activities too, and bringing in the WooF driver here, who's our great producer and the gentleman that's behind all this stuff with his WooF pack, his beautiful shirts that are available. And y'all that want a shirt, you got to let me know. We're gathering customers for the shirt and the bike springer, for that matter. Those are hip to the bike springer. We've gone over that many times, and what that's about, that device that he pulls, that the Huskies are connected to the Sacco carts. When you see them riding, you can get one for yourself and put it on your bicycle. You could actually run two of them on your bike, one on, so they're coming out each side if you like. I mean, it's a very safe device. I use it every day with Buster, and he loves it. It's great. Today we did a mile 0.2, and he loves his exercise on it. It's just a great way to get him to run a little bit, to trot a little bit. You see him start to pant a little bit, tongue's coming out now, I'm getting my blood's going. Slow it down, relax, let him walk a little bit, then pick it up the pace. It's just common sense how he feels, as you can tell, and then you can tell kind of when they're done, ready to go home. So I do that every day, and I'm so thankful for that device because, it's just the way certain things work for certain dogs. Certain people just walk their dog, and I understand that. But if you're thinking you have a dog with a little bit more energy, it's not a bad thing. I'm going to show tonight the WooF driver here, and you haven't seen this in a while. I think I've only showed it once, as a matter of fact, where he takes the dogs down to the beach. If I can get this thing to load. You're gonna have to bear with me just a second here so I can get this thing to load, because I don't know. Here we go. Okay, we're going to show you this where he actually goes down to the beach on tour. He went on tour in 2012 to all these wild rides in different places they had planned out on the East Coast, going up from Maryland up to Virginia, up to Washington, all over the place. And this is the beach here. Not sure exactly what beach it is. He might be able to tell you. But he has a crew of guys. It's called the WooF Driver Pit Crew. And it's Jim, Chris, Sean, and Guy. And what they do is they go along with him on these journeys because he needs this help. It's like if you're at a racetrack and you're a race car driver, you have a pit crew that takes care of everything. Couldn't do it without him. It's the same kind of thing with taking the Huskies out on their Sacco cart or whatever the case they're using at the time. And so we're going to show you this here. This is called Mushing the Beach. of course, is running those huskies. This is an 013 in the winter. They're getting all ready here, see? Getting them hooked up. See the springers?
Hey, this is the WooF driver on a wild and crazy fun ride on Assateague Island in Maryland near Ocean City. We are running the shoreline. Never seen it done before, actually mushing in the sand. The dogs and the WooF driver pit crew are all enjoying themselves thoroughly. Hope you two enjoy it as well.
There it is. Ocean Beach.
This is the Wolfman G, guide to eternal energy defined.
It's the original tune we did as well by Wolfman G.
Energy defined. Internal energy, often referred to as G, is so exciting to me as a human being. And I want to explore and learn all of its meaning. Often called the hidden power, this energy is like a flower. If we feed it what it needs, it will seed itself and grow, flourish and blossom. This flower will nourish and open up to absorb and transform the light into the beauty in our sights. Humans, like all other life here on earth, transfer energy from the moment of birth. Energy is constantly exchanged amongst nature and the other creatures, as we all have similar features. The more we churn this energy in and out of our bodies, the more we yearn for another turn to complete the burn. Energy is exchanged and changed in everything we do.
Yeah, they are. They're loving it.
Need to breathe and act
And they're in the sand.
perfectly into our bodies of oxygen, which is converted and inverted into carbon dioxide without any conscientious time. The effect of this energy exchange is what enables us to maintain and sustain life. This is the Wolfman G, guide to internal energy defined. This is the Wolfman G, guide to internal energy defined. Imagine the power we could harness if we could learn to control our breathing and needing for oxygen. We could conserve our transfer of energy and internal body motions. This is the position we need to set ourselves free and stress another wasted energy. It says your power within can then be managed and explored to power your life into the ultimate heights. This is the Wolfman G, guide to internal energy defined. This is the Wolfman G, guide to internal energy defined. Let's develop this G and unleash all of what we can be. That's the knowledge of Wolfman G.
And just chilling at the ocean on the beach. Look at that. Taking a break. Doing a long way. There's the WooF pack. There they are. There's the WooF driver.
This is the Wolfman
Look at him in the water. He's chilling.
internal energy defined.
love right there. Pause that right there. Now that's what it's all about. Okay, Wolf Driver in January at the beach. Look on his face, how proud he is of these guys. And there they are. That's Zorro. I'm not sure who's who because they all look the same. Princess Jag and Chase, the white ones. And they're just taking a break on their journey there. I mean, so cool. Wolfman Chief philosophy. Look at Zorro. Happy little strut toward the water. How cute. Wolf Driver in the sand. And that was a beautiful adventure. So this is the kind of things that the Wolf Driver does. And you know where his heart is. It's just in the right place all the time. Every day. And working with him on these productions has just been awesome experience because I've learned a lot of stuff about chi, you know, meditation, how to be. He's also, I'm going to mention just so you don't know, he's a black belt. What is it? Muay Thai, black belt. And we haven't explored some of the music we've done about kick. The workout for Muay Thai, martial arts workout music, and the kicks, you know, hammer fist kicks, leg kicks, side kicks, all that stuff. We have some awesome hundreds of instructional video, not video rather, but audio takes with the lyrics in Japanese and English, giving the commands. He enjoys every minute of his pack daddy and his beautiful huskies. Yeah, he absolutely. That's his life. So, like I said, when I first met him, when he contacted me to do some music production about the dogs with him and collaborate, his lyrics and us put music together as my music production group, we came up with that stuff you just heard. That was we got all tons of originals. And then you can find all this stuff on wooftunes.com. A lot of you have already explored that. There's also some videos of the music and some crazy stuff of the girls dressed up and just fun stuff about the dogs. All about the dogs and the love of dogs. I mean, you know, a lot of people probably listen to it and think, wow, that's really out there. Yeah, and it is out there. But you know what? It's out there in a good way because it's about the love of dogs. So how can it be bad? It can't. That's why I keep doing this show and having fun. Little chat room we have here, brought to you by alldognetwork.com and Wolf Driver. So I hope you had a good evening tonight. You know, post debate show. And again, our dogs politically, the dog publicans and the dogmocrats, I call them. If they were listening in on the debate with you on your lap, you know, they probably jumped off and went in the other room and said, I got to do something else. This is, who knows? I'm just joking around, silly. But let's just hope both the candidates love dogs. How about that? That would help. So, from the Wolf Ditty and the Wolf Driver, and everybody watching that, I don't want to get too late tonight. It's already 12:30 or 11:30 on the East Coast. But thank you for coming on. And you're probably rubbing your eyes after watching that if you did. But tonight it was all about Sammy the Samoyed. And
oh, it's Sammy. Sammy the Samoyed is a gentle
He was our breed
Going, friendly,
tonight.
quite playful, and loves everyone. That's Sammy, the Samoyed, the gentle dog who
Good
loves
night.
everyone.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Now Sammy is too friendly to be.
Thank you,
much of a
Deborah.
use
Thank you, everybody,
watchdog.
for watching.
Although his bark
We love you
will
coming
alert
on.
you, presence of strangers.
Trying to
Just
keep it
like
interesting
an
for you.
Army Ranger, that's Sammy, oh Sammy. Lacking in leadership or exercise, he can become very destructive if left alone. So don't you do that. No, for many hours at a stretch. So best take him out to run and teach him to fetch. That's Sammy, Sammy the Samoyed. He will not annoy you. Give him lots and lots of hugs, cause he's a very gentle dog. That's Sammy from Siberia. He got his name from those fishermen known as the Samoyeds. They were fishing in
Cute
the
puppies.
lookout. Very loyal was Sammy, just like the Siberian Husky and the wolf pack. Sammy the Samoyed. He's a very gentle dog who loves everyone. Just love your Sammy. Just love your Sammy.
Good night, Michelle.
Sammy.
Thank you, Sammy the Samoyed. So we're gonna jump and jam right out of here right now, and we appreciate everybody watching. Share the love, share the site, share with your friends if you would on Facebook. Have them come on board and watch a show or two. Those that haven't seen anything before, go back to alldognetwork.com. Alldognetwork.com, one word. Alldognetwork.com. Check out all these chat room shows and all the other hosts that are on there with all their shenanigans and dog yoga and everything. It's a lot of fun, a lot of interesting stuff you may have never seen before. And I'll say goodnight to Buster too. Yeah, he's in there, he's snoozing. But thank you so much for joining. I'll see you tomorrow night. Y'all take care. Have a good one.